What's going on, Socialites? Welcome back to another Global Pokemon Society Draft League battle, winding down with week number 6 here as the 3 and 2 Charm City Charizards face off against the 4 and 1 Black City Zekrom. Black City just making a couple of moves here, getting rid of their dual regenerator core, Amoonguss and Alola Mola, adding Iron Thorns and Bisharp. We'll have to see how that goes. I'm not a fan of it. Well, what do I care, as Black City leads off with Bisharp, as mentioned, and Lokix for Charm City. And we're going to see a Terastallization right away here for Black City. Going right into the Terra Fairy. Lokix, though, gets the U-turn off with the Tinted Lens. That still does some decent damage there. An aggressive Terastallization. Could be Terra Blast, maybe. Could also be just setting up a Swords Dance here. Charm City's team, you see a lot of fairy weaknesses. Trying to figure out what they want to bring in here. They're going to go with Florges. Florges, though, not the best physical bulk, so it could take a lot of damage here, and it is Terra Blast. Doing some big damage there to Florges. Ooh, going with Energy Ball. Why? Heck if I know. Charm City. Poo-poo moves, as always. Moonblast would have been 2 million times better. So we're going to see a knockout here with the Terra Blast. Knocking out Florges, who does almost nothing because they should have clicked Moonblast. Hydreigon's going to come out and goes with the Flash Cannon. Maybe they should have just, well, I guess off the U-turn, yeah, you didn't want to do that. So they are able to take out Bisharp, only losing one Pokemon there. Maybe not the best use of the Terastallization. If you were going to go Terra Fairy and try and rip through this, I would have liked to have seen it on Chien-Pao, because you would have been able to outspeed everything. Speaking of which, we are going to see the Sword of Ruin Chien-Pao. Very strong Pokemon. Ooh, and we're going to see the Terastallization here from Charm City. We've seen them use Terra Steel before, and now they're going with Terra Fire Hydreigon. Another classic choice. Ice Spinner from Chien-Pao. Not going to do much here to Hydreigon now that it is a fire type. And Hydreigon with a flamethrower. Let's see how much this does. It gets the clean knockout on Chien-Pao. Black City losing 2 Pokemon back-to-back. Iron Thorns comes out, gonna use the booster energy to heighten its attack stat. Iron Thorns, a very interesting Pokemon. Rock and Electric. Perhaps future form of Tyranitar. Gotta watch out for the Dragon Dance setup here. Vaporeon gonna come out. There is the Dragon Dance. So definitely Ooh, big wild charge. Gonna knock out Vaporeon. Great Tusk, with its great bulk, should be okay against Iron Thorns. It's immune to its electric attack, resists its rock attack, so really not much it can do here against Great Tusk, who's gonna also have the booster energy, heightening its attack. Ice Punch comes out. Ooh, almost enough for the KO, but not quite. And now Great Tusk can finish off Iron Thorns. So it did have the Ice Punch. But even at +1, not enough to take care of Great Tusk. And this is an offensive Great Tusk as well. We don't see max bulk. Charm City, not a fan of bulk. Black City sends a Morgrem now, a little late. Wouldn't you say? A lot of your sweepers already kind of taken down. Stealth Rocks could do some good damage here to Pokemon like Armarouge and Venomoth coming in. Close Combat doing some good damage though. Morgrem with the parting shot. Gonna try to get another Pokemon in here behind this Reflect. It's gonna be Venomoth. Earthquake still doing a decent chunk. Venomoth could try and set up a Quiver Dance here. Goes with the Close Combat, which is the worst move they could have chose. Four times resisted by the Venomoth. Just a Charm City move right there. Hashtag Charm City move. There's a Sleep Powder. Interesting choice to do that after you Quiver Dance. Venomoth gonna try and get as many Quiver Dances as they can, but they want to make sure these screens are still up. Oh, Great Tusk wakes up right away. Gonna get another Earthquake off. Huge wake up there. That's gonna force Venomoth to go for the Bug Buzz, knocking out Great Tusk. Lokix is gonna come out. Going to be able to get off a first impression here. Going to knock out Venomoth. Again, that early wake up from Great Tusk. Really helping out there. Armarouge comes out. Ooh, Could be Choice Scarf Armarouge, because that is fast and gets the knockout with the armor cannon. Hydreigon's going to be able to come out now. If it is Choice Scarf, we're probably going to see a swap out here. Yep, Choice Scarf. Morgrem comes out. It's going to be able to resist this Dark Pulse very well. Morgrem could get a light screen up here. That's what it's going to opt for. The Flash Cannon should get the knockout, though. Now it's all down to Armarouge. Armarouge. Armarouge switching things up, going with the Psychic. Ooh, Hydreigon able to survive. Here's the Dark Pulse, but behind the sub, the light screen, not going to be enough for the knockout. Only doing 50%. Another Psychic. Knocks out Hydreigon. Now it could come down to Flapple here. There's always that hustle. Only 80%. See the Sucker Punch. Oh, misses. Armarouge with the Psychic. Not enough for the knockout, though. So Flapple gets another chance. Sucker Punch connects this time and knocks out Armarouge. And with that, Charm City by the skin of their teeth, taking game number 1 here. Black City using their 2 new Pokemon. Not doing so well there. Neither team investing in much bulk. We'll have to see how they adjust in game number 2 in this offense versus offense. Here the teams are getting ready for game number 2. Charm City up a game in this match. Just clicks right down the line. Black City leading off with Morgrem this time. I like that a lot more than what they did in game 1. Kind of leaving it till everything was dead. And Charm City with the great Tusk, using up its booster energy. Morgrem gonna get up the Reflect. This time though, Great Tusk opting for the Stealth Rocks. Gonna look to get that chip damage. Black City's team relatively weak to Stealth Rocks. And only opting to get the Reflect up here. Interesting. Great Tusk still gonna pack quite a punch here. Not a lot of these Pokemon can take Earthquake. Venomoth's probably the best one to take it, but they're going to go on to Armarouge. Takes the Stealth Rock chip. And then this Earthquake still gonna be some pretty good damage. Yeah. Psychic is probably what's gonna come out here. But they opt to go into Vaporeon instead. Hydreigon could have taken basically anything here. Immune to the Psychic and resisting the Armor Cannon. But Vaporeon takes that very well. And Armarouge is actually going to stay in just to get some more chip onto Vaporeon, who's going to knock it out with Hydro Pump. So the Choice Scarfer's down. And Great Tusk still alive. Like, it does fairly well against most of the team. Used up its booster energy, so not going to be able to do that. Surprised Vaporeon didn't go for a Wish there. It's another Hydro Pump off. Morgrem with the parting shot, but Vaporeon opting for the yawn this time, so we're going to see what's going to get Drowsy. Venomoth comes out, so Venomoth gonna get Drowsy. That's gonna set up any, stop any setup attempts. Yeah, gonna have to swap out the Venomoth. So these Stealth Rocks doing some good damage here. Morgrem back out again. Interesting. Vaporeon goes for the Wish. So Vaporeon actually doing some things, you know. Let's not knock it, but Charm City actually doing some stuff. Morgrem, though, this time with the taunt. So that's going to stop any yawn shenanigans. But the light screen is starting to wear out. The Reflect wears off. So in a couple turns, the light screen as well. Another parting shot here. So now Vaporeon's going to be a -2 special attack. It just doesn't want to swap out. Venomoth comes back out. It's going to take some more Stealth Rocks damage. Going to be down at about 50%. Vaporeon with the Ice Beam. Not much. Venomoth's going to try to set up the Quiver Dances, risking, of course, a critical hit here as they don't opt for the Sleep Powder. Oh! And we speak it into existence here, folks. As Vaporeon getting the crit and shaking off the taunt right after. Insult to injury there. The light screen going to be wearing out momentarily. Now Iron Thorns comes out. Got to remember again that this Vaporeon is a -2 special attack. Probably should have opted for the yawn. Now that the taunt was shaken off. But you know, hashtag Charm City things. Goes with a Hydro Pump. This won't do much behind the light screen and at -2. Clicks Ice Beam for God knows what reason, as the Wild Charge does knock out Vaporeon. Now, Wild Charge will do some recoil onto Iron Thorns. So, that's why you see most Iron Thorns opting for Thunder Punch. Gives them a little bit more longevity with the Dragon Dance sweeps. Don't want to take that recoil if you don't have to. As you see how low Iron Thorns is already. Florges comes out, but of course we know Florges' defense is laughable, and it dies. Let's say it, folks. Hashtag Charm City Things. I mean, you got Lokix, you got a first impression. It's the easiest 2 buttons in the world that you could click. But no! Charm City, he refuses to do the right play, the optimal play. Yes, he goes into the Hustle Flapple, and he says, I will hit this 80%. Force myself into perhaps losing this. But he actually connects on the Sucker Punch, perhaps enforcing his bad play within his mind. But we know that was just a lucky 80%. But hey, Hustle Flapple Sucker Punch when you could just first impression. Hashtag Charm City Things. Chien-Pao comes out now. Flapple not long for this world. Chien-Pao actually looking pretty good here. Goes with the Ice Spinner. Gonna completely shred the Flapple. That's applesauce now. Again, Lokix could be an option here. But neither side has terrestrialized yet. Terrifier definitely looks good for Hydreigon. Not going to go with it though. Ooh, the Sacred Sword. Doing big damage. But the Flamethrower enough to get the knockout. Now that is going to leave Hydreigon pretty low here. Sucker Punch from Bisharp would definitely get the knockout. They'd be at a much higher HP, well over half, if they hadn't opted to terrestrialize. Morgrem with the light screen. Flash Cannon though. Picks up the KO. So yeah, so this Sucker Punch definitely going to get the knockout on Hydreigon. If they had terrestrialized to begin with, they would have most likely survived this Sucker Punch and done significant damage to the Bisharp. But instead they will die. Now Lokix can come out. It could go for a Terra Bug first impression. But it's not doing much there against the Terra Fairy. The Terra Blast knocks them out. Great Tusk is pretty bulky though, so it might actually survive a Terra Blast here. Oh, and we actually see Terra Ground, so that's going to be able to remove its fighting type, therefore removing the fairy weakness, and this should wrap it up. As now they're going to have a very strong Earthquake coming out here. We'll get the knockout, though. Not enough for the knockout here. Terra Blast. Not going to do much now that the fighting type has been removed. And based on that damage, Sucker Punch, unless it gets a crit! Ooh, no. Doesn't even look like a crit would have mattered. So the Earthquake from Great Tusk finishes off Bisharp. And Charm City, moving up to 4-2, gets a win, despite all those Charm City things we talked about. Knocking down Black City, also to 4-2. As always, thanks for watching. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Make sure to click that like button. And stay classy, Society.